This is another in the series of the airborne aerials, and today a beautiful sunny day, very little breeze, ideal for aerostats. And what I'm doing today is two different types of aerial. On the left is the standard 5/8 wave that I frequently use, being held up by one aerostat, and on the right, being held up by a pair of stacked aerostats, is a Zepp aerial, i.e. an odd multiple of a quarter wave feeder, in this case ribbon, with a half wave radiator attached to one side of it, leaving one side floating. There's a ballon, of course, on the bottom of the feeder. The Zepp aerial always strikes me as a bit of a peculiar animal, so I'm quite curious to see how it performs. My standard little T-match setup, with the end fed on the blue wire at the bottom and the Zepp via the coax on the top. I'm going to match both aerials independently so that I can switch from one to the other. Just make a note of the settings so that I can flick from one to the other, reset and get some reports. So that's the plan. Well, that was a very interesting hour or so. 25-30 contacts using the end-fed and the Zepp, comparing one to the other, and in pretty much all the cases, in fact in all the cases, the end-fed was far superior to the Zepp aerial by at least 2 or 3 S points on the transmitted signal. Now that was also reflected by the received signal as well, showing 2 or 3 S point difference, with the end-fed coming out as the better aerial. I was hoping that the Zepp aerial was going to be nice and quiet on receive, but proportionally it wasn't, so there just seems little point in pursuing using a Zepp aerial. So I shall just stick with the normal 5/8 wave end-fed when I just want a bit of a session on 80 metres. And that concludes the experiment between the Zepp and the end-fed aerial.